Asking you for substances have the physical character as shown in the table, which is substance is ionic. How do you know the ionic? نشوف الكاركتر كلها واحده بواحده ونشوف مين ينطبق عليه ionic. الايونيك عنده high melting point و high boiling point who does not conduct in a solid conduct in molten state will dissolve in water and conduct. All of this character present where
C.
مظبوط. كل دول موجودين في السي. X is an element in period 2. Period 2 من أول lithium till the end of the group. In which fluoride is FXF angle is the largest? Two.
A.
الانجل هنا boron trifluoride 120 planar trigonal structure. هنا 109.5. هنا 107 because of the number of electrons. هنا 105 because of the two number of electrons. يبقى largest عند مين؟
A.
boron trifluoride. Read.
One, two.
طبعا this one is part B of the question. You may have the three of them are right. You may have 1 and 2. You may have 2 and 3, or you may have only 1. And as we would say, if 1, 2, and 3 are right, you're going to take A. If 1 and 2 are right, you're going to take B. If 2 and 3 are right, you're going to take C. If only 1 is right, you would choose D. And also, as we would say, this one will be the last session for this part. Starting from next year, there is no part B, only part A is present there. You told me B and Q are two liquid compounds with similar molecular mass value. Molecule of B attract each other by hydrogen bond. First one has strong hydrogen bonding. Molecule of Q attract with each other with van der Waals attraction force only. How do the character of B and Q differ? B has highest surface tension. طبعا what it's saying, when you have hydrogen bond, you have higher tension, surface tension I mean. B has a higher boiling point than Q. If they have the same molecular mass, the one with hydrogen bond will be strongly attract to each other. If they have the same molecular mass, and really they have the same molecular mass here. So the one with hydrogen bond will be strongly attracted to each other. They said B is less viscous. The hydrogen bond increases the viscosity, increases the melting and boiling point, increasing the surface tension also. The well answer, as you would say, 1 and 2, which is letter B. Which solid contains more than one type of bonding?
A. Iodine.
Iodine has covalent bond between the two atoms.
Intracovalent with
Van der Waals attraction force between the two molecules. Silicon dioxide only covalent macromolecular structure. Sodium chloride only ionic giant structure. Zinc only metallic. So the answer is letter
A.
A. Which we have. Silicon is heated in excess amount of the chlorine producing compound J. This one related to the big table, so we'll not answer it now. We will leave it for some time. Which of the following solid has a simple molecular structure? Magnesium oxide giant structure because it's ionic. Sodium giant because it's metallic. Silicon dioxide giant because it's macromolecular structure. So the answer will be
Sulfur D.
Even the sulfur can be written by this way is 8. So the number of atoms per molecule is known already. So this one is simple molecular structure. This one relates to the state of matter, the gas and gas equation. And this one will be explained next class. So we're going to keep it till next class. Magnesium oxide is used to line the Stirling furnace because you know magnesium oxide has very high melting point as ionic with strong attraction force. What type of bond which we have magnesium oxide? Magnesium to positive,
Ionic.
to negative. First one is only ionic bond. Which solid exists more than one kind of chemical bond? Brass looks like the metal, it has only metallic. Copper the same, metallic. Diamond, macromolecular structure only covalent. Ice, so you have the bond between the one H covalent, the bond between the molecule is hydrogen bond. In this case, the answer is letter D. Diagram shows the variation in the boiling point. This one is HF, and this one is HCl. Why HF has a higher melting boiling point than HCl? Would it say the hydrogen will form hydrogen bond if it's connected to nitrogen, oxygen, and chlorine? Other than this, the hydrogen bond will be neglected. So hydrogen fluoride has a higher melting boiling point than hydrogen chloride because of the hydrogen bond in HF molecule. Three substances, you can compare between them. All of them have high melting and boiling point. Like in the conductivity differ from one to them. Does not conduct in solid. Conduct in liquid, but this one is ionic. One of them is low melting point, the other one is high. This one depends on the valency or the charge of the anion and cation. This one was higher charge, this one was lower charge. يبقى R and S, one of them ionic, one of them is monovalent, the other one is divalent anion and cation. The third one, conduct in a solid with unknown liquid structure. Because this one converted into gas direct, for example, like graphite. So the first one is ionic, monovalent. Second one is ionic, bivalent. The third one, conducting electricity, is graphite. The answer is letter
C.
C. Okay, Basant?
Okay, تمام.
In which process hydrogen bonds broken? When you break hydrogen bond, you're going to affect only the physical character, not the chemical. And in hydrogen bond, bonding two molecules. So the only thing we can make is what?
A.
Separate molecules. And don't forget, the molecule has to get hydrogen bond اصلا from the beginning. يعني ما ينفعش ولا hydrogen وعنده hydrogen bond. شرط الهيدروجين bond is polar hydrogen from a molecule, more electronegative atom from the other molecule. And this one present only in letter B. Which of the following? This one is noble gas, we didn't take it yet. Diagram show the part of first one is ionic, first clear, and the second one is graphite, also clear. The first one is ionic, as we say. Second one will be covalent. The answer is letter B.
B.
Simple IG question. Cyanide ion widely used synthesis of the organic compound. Which is the pattern of the electron pair in this ion? Carbon, nitrogen. Nitrogen able to make three bond, 1, 1, 1. And it still has pair of electrons, and the nitrogen already stable now. Carbon still has one electron, and because of the negative charge, it gains extra electron. So we have a pair with the carbon, a pair with the nitrogen, and 3 pairs between them. If a bonded pair we have, they are 3. And we have one with the carbon and one with the nitrogen. So in case like this, the answer is letter C. Okay? Clear for us? A simple question we have here, he said this one will make hydrogen bonds. Which group present here to make this part able to make hydrogen bond? يبقى أكيد X connected to hydrogen and X is more electronegative atom. And this one present in OH. So if this X is OH, then this one will make hydrogen. Asking you which molecule here is planar structure. Yes. N has lone pair of electron and a free one in this side and one in the other side. Terminal. Not this. C2H4 or C double bonded C, Cl here and Cl here and Cl here and Cl here. Let's start. Chlorine single bonded to carbon, single bond to carbon, double bonded to this carbon. This party here is planar structure. By the same way, this party here is planar structure. But both of them together, planar structure also. How did you know? Because we have double bond between the 2 carbon atoms, so there is no rotation between the 2 carbon atoms. So this one will remain planar structure. Clear for us? Done. Now, when barium metal burns or oxygen, the ionic compound, the barium peroxide, BaO2, is formed. So we have 2 oxygen atoms covalently bonded to each other, and they are carrying 2 negative. Oxygen has 6 electrons, and when you gain 1 extra, it will be 7. Once you have 7, you're going to make this covalent bond. طب وتجي electron طبعا ما اسمها barium, this barium carrying 2 positive. So we have 2 electrons lost. Each one of those oxygen gain 1 of them. So around each oxygen, after gaining the electron, you have 7 electrons. So oxygen with 7 electrons able to make 1 single covalent bond with the other identical oxygen with 7 electrons. And this is the answer. Clear for us? This one, some sample question which we have. Now I'm going to send you this note, and you're going to continue with the bonding questions, leaving any question related to the states of matter, because as we say, next class we're going to take the states of matter. Okay? And inshallah,
Okay.
see you next class.
إن شاء الله.
Bonding,
نبدأ نحل في الام سي كيوز اللي عليها السنين ولا اللي مش عليها السنين اليرز.
انت لما تيجي تحل من اللي عليها سنين الاول مش هتاخد منك وقت كتير.
تمام.
وتشوف الدوتس بتاعتك من المارك سكيم بتاعتها، وبعدين يبدا في المارك سكيم على الانسر الام سي كيو كويشنز اللي ما لهاش مارك سكيم يعرفوا. اوكي؟
تمام. اوكي تمام.
في واحده مكتوب كده عندك مكتوب عليها باوندنج وستيتس اوف ماتر، والتاني مكتوب عليها بوندنج بس. بوندنج والستيتس اوف ماتر هتلاقي نوتس كنت كاتبها زمان بايدي كده، هتلاقيها بسيطه، ممكن صفحتين ثلاثه اجيب لهم تبص من اول لاخره. اوكي. الثانيه موديفايد، بتاخد منها اجزاء كتير من الكتب، فانت قدامك التشويس تقرا من اي واحده تعجبك. هما الاثنين كلوزر يعني مش مشكله، وصلوكوا الاثنين اوريدي دلوقتي. يلا سي يا بنات.
تمام اوكي.
يلا باي.